Let's talk about his main target here, Malik Nabers. And CBS dropping bold predictions here. And I'm not used to this. I'm used to like all the media outlets talking trash about us and not saying nice things. And that's just typically how it goes. And yet, nice things here from CBS here. They did an article on all pro predictions. And they said, Malik Nabers, they said there are multiple candidates for this title, including Travis Hunter of the Jaguars, which I thought was a little crazy. Travis Hunter is a rookie. You think he's going to get an all pro? Anyway, he says his teammate, Brian Thomas Jr., would be a good candidate because of the quarterback situation, as Trevor Lawrence may more reliably dispatch the football than those throwing to other candidates. However, those two players may eat into each other's target shares, whereas Malik Nabers should once again shoulder the load for the Giants. Despite an unstable quarterback position in the Big Apple and an injury, the rookie out of LSU finished with the second most targets, 170, seventh most receiving yards, 1,204 last season. With another year to see his brand grow and hopefully better overall team performance, Nabers has a chance to be individually recognized. What do you? Do you think that's a little crazy?
I don't think it's that crazy. That's real. Like we've always talked about, there's going to be growth in your sophomore year, and just like they just said, like he was injured last year. He, tied for rookie receptions, almost had the most receiving for yards as a rookie. Like dude was on pace for a lot of special things, and did not have consistent quarterback play. Had terrible offensive line and battled injury. So going through that concussion, like it's safe to say that his quarterback room, not just personnel, I guess personnel you can say, but it's improved tremendously. Even if one gets hurt, you're not like literally just taking DJ and falling off into Drew Lock or Tommy DeVito.
It's bad when you fall off from DJ when he's the pinnacle.
Yeah, you're going to fall off a little bit from Russell Wilson, but then you got Winston himself, who is not afraid to throw the ball.
I'm not sure a drop off Winston to.
It's not. I'm saying it's not that big. It's going to be a little bit, but like there's better decision making from Russell. That's what you're going to get. But he's also not afraid to throw the rock around. He'll throw it 40 yards downfield, and you can imagine that yak from Nabers. Like he's on pace to have such a better year, and he could definitely be an all-pro candidate. Like, so I don't think it's that crazy.
I'm going to throw you something crazy. He should have been an all-pro last year.
I wasn't. Yeah.
I'm going to throw it out there. Here's this. The all-pro team last year. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's first team. I don't think he beats those three.
No. No.
Second team, this is where I'd put him. Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown.
That's fair.
I've said this. It's funny enough. I was talking to some people about this just 2 days ago. Terry McLaurin is probably the fifth best wide receiver in his own division. And I don't mean disrespect. He's got four other really good receivers in this division. But I could not put him ahead of Nabers. I could not put him ahead of CeeDee or A.J. Brown or even Smith over in Philly.
Probably over Smith. I think Smith beats off of A.J. Brown. Because
you can make the argument, and he's number 4 for me.
Yeah. You can make that argument. Like, it depends. Like, listen, as a fantasy football player and looking at it, Scary Terry has always been good for you. And now he's got quarterback play. Like, he's improving. It's amazing. He's in the red zone. He's getting the ball in the end zone, which he wasn't doing 2 years prior.
Yeah. I just think if you look at Nabers and Scary Terry, it's night and day, the difference. I think there's no way. You got 109 catches for 1,200 yards for Nabers. You got 82 catches for just under 1,100 yards for McLaurin. I think the big thing that he gets is they got the touchdown. He got 13 touchdowns last year, and that obviously did that. But I think when you factor in the handicap that Nabers had last year at quarterback, you gotta. Like it's absolutely crazy. Jay says that I'm not convinced Nabers is better than Brian Thomas Jr. I think he is personally. I think he was just in a better scenario, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He says, like, WTF would Nabers do with the top 5 quarterback? It'd be insane. Exactly. If you think about it, Terry McLaurin had the same numbers almost, like, less yards, more touchdowns, obviously. And let me be very frank, almost twice the amount of touchdowns. I get that part of it, but I'm just to be fair, I have to put that in there.
The team in itself also had twice as many touchdowns as the Giants.
13, so yeah. But again, imagine what would happen if you put Nabers back with Jaden Daniels again.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not trade him. I'm just saying, though, like, Terry McLaurin did not do that much more than he did the prior year when he got just over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, listen, it's not going to happen, but magically, let's magic ball throws down. Nabers goes to Washington. Scary Terry becomes the number 2 there overnight.
Yeah, 100%.
Who has been the number 1.
By the way, if if McLaurin did Nabers' numbers last year, or any year for that matter, they'd be his career highs for receptions and yards. He did that in his rookie year with Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, and Tommy DeVito, and missing a few.
And Boyer.
And that's what I'm saying. And I don't mean disrespect to Terry McLaurin. Let me be very clear on that. I'm not trying to disrespect the man, because it probably sounds like I am to a certain degree here. He's a consistent 1,000-yard receiver. And there's a lot of people who have been very good careers about being consistent 1,000-yard receivers. Look at Mike Evans.
I was about to say, look at you, Mike Evans.
Yeah, that guy doesn't do 1,500 yards a season. He does consistently 1,000 every single year. In fact, more consistently than anybody in the history of this game. So, there's plenty of very good careers, but it's kind of like the situation when you're comparing the 1 year. Guy Scary Terry is probably to be a top 10 receiver every single year of his career, basically, because he's that kind of guy. But I don't think he's ever going to be a top 5. Nabers is a top 5 right now in my eyes. Obviously, there's some projection in there based on the quarterback play.
Yeah, that's a fair analysis that he will finish this league, most likely, if he's healthy, a top 5 receiver.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's 100% fair.
But you got to try to get a little later in fantasy, because there's going to be Scary Terry that's going to get drafted first. Just saying, fantasy football advice.
But like I said, I think he should have been last year. I think he will be again this year in that conversation. And hopefully he makes it, because he flat out deserved it for what he did last year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the Goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.